Hey, my name is Craig Horne, and this is my wife Carly. About a year ago, a friend of mine came to me and said, "Hey, you have to check out Family ID." I asked him a couple questions why. I never heard about it and why he was so excited about it. And he talked to me a bunch about the positive reinforcement that it had for his family. But something really jumped out for me. He asked me a question: what is the plan for now, and what is the plan for the future? It made me think. Me and my wife, we had chatted, we had a plan, we liked it. It was pretty cool for our kids. But as we started thinking about it, we didn't know if they knew what the plan was, and that they knew that in the future they'll be part of that plan. So pretty cool. A couple of months later, actually the Family ID came to our church, and they presented. And we went because we were excited. We'd heard from a friend that it was pretty good. And we were just amazed how easy they made it for us. They basically give you a framework, and then they actually give you the meat to fill that frame up. And a couple of things that they do. One, they ask for a mission statement, a vision statement, some core values, a verse that ties it all together, and then our favorite thing, just to have a motto as a family to carry with. And we'll speak more about the motto a little bit later on, some couple of cool stories. But Carly, why don't you tell them about what you thought when you arrived there?
Okay, well, I really like stars, and so much so that I put them on my wrist. We got them tattooed on, one for each of our kids. And when we were there, I felt like the Lord gave me a verse to use, Philippians 2:14-16. Do everything without complaining or arguing, so that you may become blameless and pure, children of God, without fault in a crooked and depraved generation, in which you shine like stars in the universe.
Yeah, very cool. So the other thing that they do is they ask you if you have a child that's old enough, 9 years old or more, to be a part of it. So our daughter came with us, and she was the team captain. That's the correct word, right? Being the oldest, representing the other kids, and having a voice for our family. And with her, we chose a couple things. Our core values, which is love God, honor, and forgiveness. And from those core values, we created our vision statement, which is to love the Lord your God through your heart, your mind, your soul, to honor all people, and to always forgive. And with that little piece, we started teaching our kids what the vision statement was. And then Carly, you just want to tell them what our mission statement was?
Yes.
We can go from there.
Our mission statement is that our identity would be so deeply rooted in Christ that we would shine like stars for generations to come.
Yeah, so what we loved about that is that as a family, we worked through these mission statements, vision statements, core values, and the motto, which is coming. I bet you know what it is already, with our family. Throughout the summer, we do it randomly. We just speak to them about these values, that they could actually own them. But the big piece is that they would know that they would pass them on for the generation to come. That was really a big part of Family ID for us. So coming to our motto is shine like stars.
Shine like stars.
As you can tell with the tattoos and the verse aligning itself with that, we really love the idea. And here's where it works real cool. Wherever we are, whatever we do, we ask our kids, are you shining like a star? So if they've done something well, we'll be like, boom, you shine like a star. You're pleasing us and you're pleasing God. And if they're struggling or working through something in the midst of it, we will ask them the question, are you shining like a star? And they know straight away what that means. There's no big conversation about it. It's kind of a trigger. It brings them back to the things we've discussed. And with that, we see great joy because they understand the concept that they bought into, that they are doing now for the rest of their lives, for lives to come. This fall, when we started our school year, we actually spoke to each of the teachers. Carly actually did this, I didn't, I'm just taking glory for this. But we spoke to each of our teachers and we told them about Family ID and what we've done and this motto, shine like a star. And we said to them, if you're struggling with our child, which never happens, right? But if you are on one occasion, you can just tell them, are you shining like a star? Not only were the teachers amazed about the idea of what we were doing, they sure saw the impact of it because we were speaking into our kids' lives. So with that, we've seen some success. We're still working through the struggles, but this has changed how our family has thought about being family and where our family is going for generations to come. So thank you, Family ID. Thanks for all the work you've done for us.
Shine like stars.